Hey guys, this is JB3 and we are back with another episode of FIFA 19 Career Mode Youth Edition featuring Morecambe FC. And in this one, we won't be playing a season. We'll be just kind of going through simming a season and seeing how the team can do without us controlling the team. So, we'll see what kind of team we've actually built. Will they be able to compete for another Champions League title? Will they be able to compete in the Premier League without us controlling the players? Have we done a good enough job of bringing in a deep enough squad that even with the AI controlling it, they can maybe fight and compete for a Champions League title and a Premier League title? So let's get into this season and see how they do. We'll start with the FA Community Shield against Everton, and then we'll go on and we have the Super League Cup as well against Man United. So let's get into the season. So we also have some players that we'll bring in from Ecuador and Lacero, and we'll have Dorado come in, and we'll take a look at some of the other players. Sandoval will come in as well, and we'll add to the Youth Academy as well here with Benitez. We also have some players from South Korea in Il Young Ko, and we have maybe one more player, Kyun, will come in as well. And we'll also have some players here in the Youth Academy. We will take a look at it here. We have some real good players. Sepulveda we can bring into the squad, just round out and give Morecambe FC a little bit more depth with Pauletta. And we'll see if we have anyone else. Hugh Griffiths, definitely a player we want to see grow. Jonathan Phillips, an absolute monster at 62 overall. We have Henry White. We'll just really bolster Morecambe FC and see if we can give them a little bit more depth here so they have as many players to play with. And we have the FA Community Shield. The players will warm up, and it will be a 1-0 victory. And we have the Super Cup here against Man United. And we'll see what we can do here. Maybe it will be a double. And we go down 2-1. And we'll start off with the Carabao Cup against Luton Town. We'll roll out the youth squad here with Park up front and see if maybe we can compete. And we get a 3-1 victory. So we'll take a look at some of the transfers here for Morecambe FC. Pauletta goes out on a loan. Sun go out on a loan. Sepulveda we also see out on a loan. So we'll go through and take a look at some of these. We also have Luna going out on a loan. So we're going to get a lot of these players out, see if they can grow. Connor Hill will go out on a loan as well to Dusseldorf. We have Hennessy going out on a $15 million transfer fee and going out to Hanover. And we have Pereira going out on a sale to Derby County. We have Ramsey going out to Hanover as well on a loan. And then we have Donaghy going out on big money, $50 million out to the Serie A. And we'll take a look at the second round of the Carabao Cup here against Portsmouth. And we go down 1-0. And we'll take a look at the group stages here for the Champions League. We win the group with 12 points, 4 wins, 1 loss, and we also go through with Napoli as we beat up on Spartak Moscow, who only had 5, and then we have Austria only with 1 as well. So we'll move into our matchup here in the FA Cup. It's against Aston Villa. We'll roll out the Cup squad here, although Awazi will play in net due to injuries, so we'll see what happens. They'll warm up, and we get the victory 2-1 Exelos with the 2 goals. So we'll get into our next FA Cup matchup here against Brighton Hove Albion. It will be the backups rolling out. We'll see what happens here, and we are out of the FA Cup. We go down 2-0. So we're here in the round of 16 in the Champions League. It will be against Wolfsburg. We'll see what happens here. The starters roll out, and we get the game underway. Sarek picks up a yellow in the 8th minute. We continue on. We go down 1-0. And we'll have to try and fight on, see what happens here in the middle, get to halftime, still 1-0. Not much happening in the game. We make a sub, Lekkonen in, a couple more subs. Not much offense here. We'll have to try and make some changes. And we get the equalizer in the last minute and draw 1-1. So we have our second leg here against Wolfsburg. We'll see what happens here in the round of 16. An early yellow card picked up. And we'll wait for a goal. Dupont puts it in and gives us the lead. And I'm not sure who's at home or away. We go back even 1-1 here. All even. It's going to come down to maybe extra time. Miro picks up an injury in the 59th minute. We'll continue on. Need to find a goal here late. And it looks like we're going to go into extra time. Could this come down to penalties? It's a big one. We pick up the goal. Munn putting it in 2-1 here over Wolfsburg. And we move on in the Champions League. So Hao Gao is looking to come out of the Youth Academy. It looks to be a promising player. 65 overall, 91-94. And we'll actually bring in some of these players. Hu Kong, striker from China, 63 overall, 87-93. We'll bring in Ramon Sandoval. Right midfielder from Ecuador, 62 overall, 90-94, or 92-94. So, and then we'll hold on to some of these other players here for now. And now Colin White is also looking to come out, 86-92. Well, release player from senior team, release youth player. Oh, so our squad is actually full. So maybe we'll take a look at a player here on the team. Maybe we'll see about getting rid of anyone. We don't really have anyone that we want to get rid of at the moment. So I think we will just let him go. So we'll get into the Champions League matchup here against Milan, and we open it up in the 4th minute with Munn putting in the goal and gives us an early lead. Nice to have here, and not much action here. Again, only 30 minutes, almost to half time. They pick up a yellow card, and we'll see what happens. They make a change. Lekkonen comes in for Munn, and he puts in the goal. 2-0, Morecambe FC on top of Milan. They pick up a red card, and he'll be out for the second leg, and that'll do it. So we're here in the second leg of the Champions League against Milan. We'll see what happens here. We're up 2-0. They lost a player to a red card. Not much, nothing happening. Oh, they pick up a goal as we say that, and we head into halftime down 1. We'll continue on. We just need to hold on. 30 minutes left here in the game. We make a couple changes. We come down to the final stretch, 15 minutes to go, and they equalize 2-0. It's going to go to extra time. And Hughes comes up big with the goal here, 2-1. Gives us life, and we'll come down final minutes, and we advance again in extra time. So we're here in the semifinals against Man United in the Champions League. One step away from going back to the finals. We just need to get a win. Oh, and Sark misses a penalty here in the 30th minute. Could that come back to bite us? Lecante puts it in, a big goal here. Lekkonen puts in a goal, and we're up 2-0 early on Man U, although I don't even recognize a lot of the players on their team. And we look like to get a 2-0 victory here. Oh no, 2-1. They put in a late goal. De Gea on the bench in the Champions League. Let's just appreciate that. I was wondering who the goalkeeper was. I mean, it's been some years. Maybe he's fallen off. Who knows? Either way, 2-1. So we start off the second leg against Man U, 1-0. Sark puts it in on an first minute penalty, and we go up 3-1 on aggregate. They come back and score. It's 3-2 on aggregate now. Vergara picks up the yellow card into halftime. We need to hold on here. You can feel probably a late goal coming, probably going to extra time if you had to guess. 10 minutes left, and Lekkonen puts it in to seal the deal. Morecambe FC on to the Champions League final. So we're here in the Champions League final. Real Madrid pick up an early yellow card in the very first minute of the game. Hughes puts it in 1-0, and we're on top. 30th minute. We move on. Dupont picks up a yellow. And we go into halftime up 1-0 on Real Madrid. They make a change here. And they tie it up 1-1. Vergara picks up an injury now. And we'll take a look at that. It will go in. It's going to go to extra time. Here we go. Need a goal here. Munn puts it in 2-1. Oh, and they answer right back 2-2. And we'll go into penalties. And we lose on penalties 5-4. Morecambe FC miss a chance to repeat as Champions League winners. So we'll take a look at some of the stats here in the Premier League. Lekkonen puts in 12 goals, our number one scorer, on 23 matches. We'll see if we have anyone else. Munn puts in 10 on 23. And Sane takes the golden boot with 17, although he played a significant more matches. And he has the leading assist man too. So Man City really rolling here. We'll take a look, see if we have anyone here. It's Thurston on 6 and not many else. Pickford picks up the Golden Glove, 13 clean sheets, tied with Man United. So it looks like the hater probably has fallen off. And Awazi gets 9 clean sheets on only 17 matches. Unbelievable. Fuentes picks up 6 and 20. And that is it. So we'll take a look at our leading goal scorers. Lekkonen with 12, as we saw. Munn with 10, as we saw. Billy Hughes had 7, along with Miro and Sarek. Lucero had 6, and where is Dupont? Only 2 goals on 18 matches and no assists. So not a great season for Dupont. We'll look at Thurston with 6, Burns with 5, and everyone else with not many. And we saw the clean sheets. We'll see any of the goalkeepers. If anyone else had any, Fuentes had 6, Awazi on 9. And I don't know if we had any other goalkeepers actually play for us. We did not. Wajek had 1, but no clean sheet. So it's a year of second best for Morecambe FC. We finished second in the Champions League and second in the Premier League, only by a point, falling behind to Chelsea, and this is one thing that is kind of surprising. Man City on 72 points, although they had Sane who led with goals and assists. So kind of surprising to see that. They won't qualify for the Champions League next year. Everton and Spurs make it in. We'll see, maybe some of the other teams that are here. Stoke gets relegated again, along with Reading and Crystal Palace. So that'll do it for us here in our little simulated season to see how Morecambe FC could do, holding their own, and they put on a show. Probably not as good as when we were controlling them, but still 80 points, only 1 off the chance here to win the Premier League title again, and we come up just short, falling on penalties to Real Madrid. But guys, that'll do it for us here in this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can always find out when the newest episodes are coming out. And until next time, guys, have a good one.